Hello and welcome. I'm really excited today because Divi has a brand new feature called Divi Cloud. Now, this feature here is super exciting because you're able now to save all your layouts in the cloud, which means if you're working on multiple websites, you're able to log in and have those layouts. In fact, you know what? I will show you exactly how it works throughout this tutorial. In fact, I'll also be talking about the best use cases. I'll be also talking about who Divi Cloud is really suited for. And I'll also be talking about what can be improved because after playing around with it, I realized there's a lot of things that need to be added to it to really make it really functional. So tune in for that. I'll also be doing as I mentioned, a real life scenario where I'll be going through the process of how you would use it on multiple websites. Now, for those of you who are tuning in, you really need to make sure that you are watching this till the end because I'm going to cover quite a lot in this live video. All right, so I can see quite a lot of you have tuned in. That is really awesome. Wayne, good to see you. You also have Dave. Is it Misha, I think? Yes. We also have Dave, as I mentioned. Excellent. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start off by showing you how to update to the latest version of Divi, because for this to work, you need to be running the latest version of Divi, which is 4.1.7. Otherwise, this won't work. All right. So let's dive in and let me show you how to do this. So over here is my website. So if you come over here now to your dashboard, you need to click here where it says updates. Now, it's very important you click here because sometimes you do not get that option where you see that there's an update. So here, if I scroll down, you can see here all my themes are up to date, which is brilliant. So the question now is, how do we get access to the Divi Cloud? So what you need to do is to open up a brand new page. Now, I laughed there for a bit because when I first logged in, I was thinking to myself, well, how does this actually work? How do I get connected to the cloud? So let me show you how to do that. So over here, what you need to do is to go to your pages. In fact, you can go to any page on your site. So for this, I'm just going to go to my About Us page here. And I'm going to click on Edit. Okay, so now I can click on Edit with Divi Builder. All right, so now that I have my builder loaded, for you to log into Divi Cloud, you need to click on these three little dots here on the bottom and then click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this now, on the top here, now I've already gone ahead and logged in, but this is where you get the button to log in. Now, it's very important that you, in fact, you know what? I'm getting an error. Okay, this is what it looks like. It says sign in to Divi Cloud. So this is where you want to click. This is a brand new button. Normally, before version 4.17, you do not get this option. So if I click here on sign in, we'll get this pop up here. And then I can just say log into this account. So for this to work, you need to be a Divi customer. So when you become a customer, you're going to have your login details. So those are the same login details that you use for Divi Cloud. All right. So oops, I'm not sure why I'm getting this. This is weird. Let me try this one more time. Now, this always happens when I do a live. You know, something has to go wrong. It's crazy. Okay, I'm getting this error here. I'm not sure if it's because I was playing around with it earlier on. But anyway, let me give you, let's log into a different site here so we can do the whole walkthrough. So let's go to wp-admin. I'm going to add my username and password. Okay, so let's log into this brand new site. This is running Divi as well. So now you can see this says updates. So in my case here, I would need to update this first. So in your case, if you haven't updated to the latest version, this is where you would come. All right, so I'm going to go into update themes. So while that is updating, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to check and see what the problem is here on my site, because this is not supposed to be happening. Okay. Okay, so my theme has been updated successfully, which is great. Okay, so here we go. So my theme has been updated. So now let's log into our site. So I'm going to go to my theme builder here. No, to my page, brand new page. I'm so used to going to the theme builder. All right, so let's start off with this page called Divi here. Like I mentioned, you go to any page and this should work fine. Okay, so now that I'm here, I'm just going to click on Edit with Divi Builder. All right, so now that I'm here, you click on these three little dots here on the bottom, click on this plus button, and now it says sign into Divi Cloud. So let's sign in. Hopefully this time this will work. Now you also have an option here to log in automatically. So let's do that. Click on login. Fingers crossed. Hopefully this time it should work. I can see here I have a question. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this is not working. Cloud request failed. Please try again later. This is weird. And this is not good. Okay, so could it be that something is wrong with this actual server? Or maybe a lot of people are purchasing Divi Cloud. I don't know. It's a shame. Let's see. Let's try this one more time. Okay, let's log in. Okay, so I can see here I have a question which says, why need Divi Cloud? Okay, actually, that's a very good question because Divi Cloud will be ideal for you if you are, say, a freelance designer where you're building multiple websites. So if you just have a single website, well, this is not really for you because you can just save all your files on your local computer. But if you're building multiple websites, you're a design agency or you're a freelance designer, definitely you're going to need this because it is really, really painful to export your JSON files. Sometimes you forget the name, and then as you bring them in, you have no idea what it looks like. So it is really, really, really annoying. Guys, is anyone of you running Divi Cloud or running the latest version of Divi? Can you try and log in and see if this is working? Because this could be that it's happening on my side and my side only. But please log in and see if you can just log in and let me know if you can log into your Divi account. In fact, here I can see develop website is saying I'm getting the same error. This is not a good start. Not good at all. Yep. I also have Dave here saying I'm having a similar error too. Oh my goodness. This is not good. Guys, can you try and log in and let me know if you're getting this error as well? Okay, let me try one more time. Yeah, Dave is saying I've subscribed to Cloud and I'm having the same issue too. Yeah, this is not good. Now, let's see. Let's just talk about the features now. And I'm going to try again in a few minutes and see how that works. Okay. So, let's say it's just got Cloud, everything in one place for all sites. Yes, absolutely. Everything in one place. Now, let me just give you a few scenarios here and why this could be really game changing. Now, let's say you're working on 5 websites and there's certain parts of your site that you use over and over again. Like, for example, it could be the subscribe. It could be maybe some sort of header that you use all the time. Now, imagine if you log into a brand new site that you're building and you have access to all those things that you've saved to the library. This could be your sections, your headers, your buttons, pretty much everything you can save to the cloud. So that really makes your design process super, super fast. It's amazing. One says, are you using the updated Divi version? Yes, I'm running the latest version of Divi. And yeah, I'm getting this error. To be honest, guys, I'm really sad that I cannot show you this. In fact, let me switch over here so you can see my page. Right, so this is the button here, sign into iCloud, into Divi Cloud. Okay, let's try to log in. Yes, okay. Whew, thank God for that. Okay, I'm in. But it looks like there must be a problem with the server itself, because some of you could not log in, which means that the server must be timing out. So hopefully I can do this demo and this is going to work okay. Right. So first things first, I'm logged in now. So this is one of my sites, okay? So take a look at the top here. This says new divi.local, okay? So this is the site that I've just updated. Now, let's go back to the site, sitemaker.local. This is the one where I was trying to log in. So I'm going to make all my changes here and I'll show you how I can access them from a different website. All right, so let's do exactly what I did. I'm going to click here on this plus button and then let's wait here on the top and sign into Divi Cloud. Okay, so now I can click on login. Excellent. So I am logged in. So here's the thing now. I'm going to give you a rundown of where things are. So the first thing you need to do is, let's say, for these existing layout packs, you want to save something, right? You notice that when I hover over here, you get this heart, right? So let's say I really like this. I can just click on that, and now I've just added my heart. So that means that is a favored item. So when I click on this now, it shows me my previews just as normal, but we notice that we have these three little dots here. If I click on that, on those three little dots on a particular page in these pre-made layouts, you notice now we have copy to to Divi Cloud. I keep saying iCloud. This is so annoying. Okay, it says copy to Divi Cloud. So this is where if you want to save this to the cloud, you can just click on that. And now it's saving it to the cloud, which means if I go to any other website that are, of course, running Divi, I can access this layout. Okay. Session has ended. Can you believe this, guys? Oh, my goodness. Let's try this one more time. Copy to cloud. Yep. I think we're having problems with the server here. I thought it was working. Oh my goodness. Right, so let me refresh this. Let's have a look. Okay, it looks like I'm still logged in. Okay, it looks like that was added to the cloud. Yeah, definitely something is going on there. Okay, I'm adding another page. Okay, this one is not working. All right, let's continue here while we have this demo open. Okay, so when we have this now, the good news is, as you're designing your website, you can start saving items to your library. So let me show you how. So let's say I want to save this whole section here because I want to use it at some point on a different website. This is where you can just hover over here, click on this little arrow here. If you click on that, you notice now you can give this a name. So I'm just going to call this section with video. Okay. And then now we have this option to save to cloud. So if I click on that, this particular section is going to be saved to the cloud. So I know this keeps timing out and that is not good. Let's try one more time. Save to cloud. Okay, so I think it's saved. Okay, I've just saved that. I think it's saved. Now let's go to a different site. So I'm now on a different site here, which is the new.local. Okay, so let's close out of here. And let's say I want to add a new section here. If I click on this plus button and then click on add from library, you notice now I have my option here of my cloud. Oh, please don't do this. Okay, let's sign in. Yeah, I definitely think this is overloaded by people trying to access it. Okay, so if I now come to my cloud, look at that. It is there. It also has a thumbnail to show me roughly what it looks like. So all I have to do now is to select it, and then I can say use this section. And these are two sites. So I started off from this site here, which is Site Maker. And then over here, this is a brand new site called newdivi.local. So as you can see, I've just saved part of my site from one site, and then I was able to access it right away on a totally different website. Now, this is game changing. I really, really love this because it really speeds up our workflow, and this is going to make the designing of websites super, super simple. Okay, so let's continue on because there's more to show you here. So if I come over here now, now I've just done a section. This time I'm going to do a page. So let's say I want to save this whole page because I like the way it is designed, and chances are I might need to use it exactly as it looks. So now I can click on this this little arrow here on the bottom, save to library. Now I'm just going to say my page. Okay, or I can just call this my landing page. But of course, you can be better with the naming here. So now, instead of just saving it, I'm just going to save it to the cloud and then click on Save to Cloud. And I'm getting this again. Well, let's keep forcing it until it works. So what I'm doing now is saving the whole page. Okay, Save to Cloud. There we go. Hopefully this time it's going to work. I think the guys at Elegant Themes really underestimated this. If this is because it's overloaded, because a lot of people are accessing it, they may need to upgrade their servers, because it's going to be very important that as you're designing, you always have access to all your layouts. Anyway, it looks like this is saved now, which is great. Now I want to come to my site here and create a brand new page. So I'm going to click on this page. So this is a totally different page now. So let's save and exit. So we're now going to create a brand new page. So the page I've just saved to the library is this page right here. It's saved to the library. And if you want to see where it is saved, you can just go to your library by coming over here. And I'm going to go to saved layouts. So these are all my layouts. And here it is. It's called My Landing Page. It's in the cloud. Okay, so I can also search for it over here. All right, so let's go to our new site now, and let's give this page a name. So I'm just going to call this Mac Landing Page. And then click on Use Divi Builder. So this time I'm just going to say choose pre-made. Now I should get access to my cloud, and it keeps saying session ended. So let's go and back in and sign back in. Okay, so let's sign back in here. Okay, great. So it looks like I'm signed in. So if I now start scrolling down here on the side, this is where all my pre-made layouts are, but I want to go to my saved ones. So this is where now I have my option to choose my cloud. So you can see here. Now, how do you know this is in the Divi Cloud? We have this cloud over here. This is what's going to let us know that this is in the cloud. So now I have a preview of this page. Now, this is a feature that I really like, because one of the most annoying things is trying to remember what a design looks like just based on the name itself. Now, when you have 50 of these, it's going to be crazy difficult to remember what looks like, what the layout looks like. So with this now, you notice that I saved my page to the cloud, and notice that it has taken a preview of the whole page. So this is the actual whole page. So if I want to use this, click on that, use this layout. Hopefully this won't time out for me. And it's now downloading the whole page. And in a moment, we should have everything working fine. Okay, so this is taking a while. That is because my internet speed is quite slow, and also, when you stream, it can be quite slow. So as I was mentioning, it has a preview of what the page looks like. So if you have, let's say, 10 pages loaded in there, you can just hover over it and it will just scroll through and gives you an idea of what that page looks like. Now, once it's loaded up on your computer, on your website, you can go in now and start editing it as normal. So as you can see here, the page has been loaded, everything is on it, and this is great. So what I can do now is I can just quickly go in and change any of the designs. So for example, let's say I want to go in and change the background color. I can just go in and change my color. In fact, we can go with any color here. So let's go with that. And just like that, we're able to go in to our library, to our Divi Cloud, and then just download the actual layout that I need. And just doing a quick change there, I was able to go in and quickly change that. And this could be something on a totally different site that I'm working on. So I really love this. Now, let's talk about how you can really categorize things in Divi Cloud. So if I come back over here, we're able to manage these using tags. So I can come over here and say, and add tags. So for this one here, I can go in and I can say, okay, I want to rename it. So notice what I've done here. I've clicked on these 3 little arrows. So I can rename this. I can remove it from the cloud. Now, this is also something that is very important because there's no delete button here. So if you want to remove this from the cloud, you can just click here on remove from cloud. You can also add to favorites. So let's favor this. Now you can see the heart has been added there, which is fantastic. Now, if at any point we need to search, our filter here can be filter by favorites, and boom, all my favorite items will now show up over here. Now, development sites. Okay, we have a fantastic question here. What does it mean, old to new? Okay, old to new over here on the top is basically telling you the old layouts showing first to the new ones at the bottom, or the other way around. So if I click here, this is basically how you want to view your layout. So I can say new to old. So my brand new ones will show here, and then the old ones will be all the way at the bottom. I can also show by the stuff on Divi Cloud, which means this will only show whatever is on cloud, and favorites as well. So that's how it would work. So adding tags is easy. So I can just say, maybe this is sales pages. So I can just call this SP. Come over here to manage tags. In fact, I've added it here. Now these tags can also be deleted by just clicking over here and delete that. And you can also add a new tag to cloud. So let's call this funnels. Okay, so I've just added that. I can now hit save changes. So when I start creating new layouts, I can go in and give it a specific tag as well as I'm working on it. So let's do more examples here. Yes, unlimited storage for paid subscribers. Yes, that's absolutely true. In fact, I'll talk about the pricing in a moment. So let me just give you more examples of how you can use this. Okay. So let's go ahead and start saving other items to the library. And this is something that may get quite a few confused, but let me show you how this would work. So let's say I want to save this to the library. So I'm going to click that. Click on this little item here. Now this is a module, so I'm going to save this to the library. Let's give this a name. So I'm just going to call this text description. Oops. Okay, right. I want to save this to the cloud like that. I have a timeout again, but we're going to keep trying. Okay, so now I have clicked on Save to Cloud. We also have categories here and tags. So I can create a brand new category here. So I'm going to call this DC for Divi Cloud. And I'm going to call this, I'm just going to call this Divi DC. And I also have tags, which I can add. So this is a text module. So let's call this text modules. Okay, excellent. Now I can save to cloud. Okay, now notice here at the top, this is sitemaker.local. This is very important because when I go to a different site now, we are going to be able to get this. So now when I come over here and let's go to a brand new page. Let's call this test. Use Divi Builder. So that item that I've just saved to the cloud, here's where the confusion comes in. So, okay, let's just start from scratch here, okay? So let's say I want to add that piece of text that I saved to the cloud. How do I find it? So here's the thing. If I come over here to these three little dots, click on this plus button, okay? Now I can go to, in fact, let me sign in. This is the new site. Sign into cloud. So the most confusing part here is where does the item go? I just saved that text item. So when I look here, I can see these are all my layouts. And then if I come over here to my saved layouts, okay, this is my saved layout. So the question now is, where is that text item that I've just saved? So this is something that really got me a bit confused when I was working with this. So now when I say my cloud, and maybe I want to search for text, it's not there, right? Then I go to my tags here. Okay, I can't find it. So here's the thing. When I start adding my elements here, so let's say I start adding my text module here, select that. This is how it normally looks, right? Now over here, let's say I want to add my module. Now this is where if you go to add from library, notice now my text description is now showing in the library. But that's because this is under the modules, okay? So you won't find this in the layouts, but this will now show on the modules, okay? I am going to do another example because I know this could be quite confusing. So now when I select this and I say use this module, there we go. Now I have it just like how I saved it. So you need to make sure that you're in the right element for you to load it up from that particular cloud. So the way, hopefully I'm explaining this, in a way that's easier to understand. So let's say you save a button in the cloud. It doesn't show up with all your layouts. It only shows up with the buttons. If you save it to the sections, it also shows up in the sections. If you save it to the rows, it only shows up in the rows, but in the cloud. So I thought I would mention this right away because you are going to save a button and then you try and look for it and not find it in the library. So the library is the same as what you have in Dropbox where you can just see everything all in a list, but this is in a specific area that you'd have saved it. So let me do one more example here. But so far, I mean, do you guys understand what I'm saying in regards to saving items and then them showing up in that particular place? Okay. If you're still confused about that, please let me know in the comments box. Okay, so let's do this one more time. So let's say I create a button here. So I'm going to go in, create a search for my button module. I'm going to select that. And we're just going to do some quick designs here to the button. Right, so let's give this text color. We're going to make it white. Background, let's make this orange here. Let's also change our font to my favorite one here, Poppins. There we go. Let's also make it all caps. Let's make it bold. Okay, great. So this is my button here. So I don't want to use this button over and over again. I want to save it to my Divi Cloud. So here's how I'll do it. So I'll click here on this little arrow here. Hopefully you can see that. Click on that. Layout name, I'm just going to call this button. And then over here, I'm going to save it to cloud. Tags. Yep, I'm going to call this button. And then save to cloud. Okay, so I've just saved my button to Divi Cloud. Now I'm going to go to a totally different site and see if I can access it. So I'm going to do what I've just done a moment ago. So this is the site I'm working on. This is new-divi.local. Now I'm going to go to a site maker. So let's say I want to add a button here. So I'm just going to refresh this. Okay. So I've just refreshed this. I'm going to go in now and add my button and see how this looks. Okay, so as I mentioned before, if you try to look for this in your layouts, this won't show up. And I'll just prove to you one more time. If I click here on expand, click on this plus button, and I go to my saved layouts. Okay, I'm not signed in, so let me just go back and sign in. So this area here is for your layouts, pretty much your complete pages. So you can see here, this is the page I have, but my button is nowhere to be found. Even if I search here for my button, let's see. Search for my button here, nothing is there. If I go to my cloud, right, nothing is there. You see that? If I come over here to my tags, let's search for my button tag, nothing is there. This is where the confusion is. But like I said, as you're designing your website, let's say you want to add a call to action button here. You can just hover over this area here, click on this plus, but no, you can hover over this area here. Now, once this gray item shows, you click on this little drop down here like that. Oops. Click on this plus button. Add from library. And now you notice that we have a button. It's a pity that it doesn't show the actual preview so I can see the buttons. So if I had, let's say, 5 different colors of my buttons, I should be able to distinguish it. But, you know, pretty much this is what we have. Perhaps that's something that they're going to add later on. So anyway, now my button is showing. So if I click on that and then use this module, you notice that my button now is going to be loaded onto my site. And just like that, without spending a lot of time redesigning the button, I was able to just add it like that. And boom, here's my button here. And this is my new site. So as you can see, this is really, really cool. Very easy to use, especially if you have so many websites that you're working on. Now, if you're only using one website, there's no need to have Divi Cloud. Reason being, you can save these as presets on your own website. So I wouldn't really spend money on cloud if I am designing a single website, because I can save this as a preset, and I can save also parts of my designs into my Divi library. So that's why I wouldn't really, worry about the cloud if I only had one website. But if I'm designing multiple websites, then this is totally different. I definitely need a cloud, because what I would need to do in that situation is I would need to export all these JSON files. For example, if I need to export my page here, I would have to export it as a JSON file and then import it on the other site. It just gets all jumbled up, and you also have to have it organized on your actual website. So that's where the cloud really comes in. So let me have a look here if there's any questions. If you have questions, guys, please add your questions in the comments box and I'll do my best to respond to them. And also, I have links to Divi Cloud, and also if you haven't purchased Divi yet, the link to that is in the video description below. It comes with a bonus. You also get my Divi course. It's called Divi Jumpstart. This is a course that teaches you how to get up and running really fast with Divi. It's super easy to follow, and it's only about 10 or 11 lessons, which means just a couple of maybe an hour, less than an hour, you'd have mastered Divi pretty much. Okay, so now let's take a look at other things that we can take a look here. Let's say you have existing layouts that you have designed, but you want to make sure you save them to the cloud. How do you do that? Now, let me show you how. I'm just going to come back over here. Save and exit. So when you save your layouts, you'd save your layouts in your library. So let's go to our Divi library. So here it is. Click on library. So these are the designs that I have so far. You can see this is a section. In fact, all these are sections, right? So if I want to add these to the Divi Cloud, the best way to do this is by coming over here. In fact, I'll select them all. And then you go to import and export, right? And I'm just going to say Divi layouts to cloud. So I can just remember this. Okay. So now I'm going to go and export my layout. Excellent. That was quick. All right. Now I want to add these to the Divi Cloud. So to do that, let's go to a page. Okay, let's go with this one here. Okay, so with this now, I'm just going to try a few things here and see if this is going to work. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drag and drop it here and see if that's going to work. So drag and drop it. Okay, did you see what I've just done there? I just dragged and dropped it. Okay, so this wouldn't work. Right, so let's go to our cloud. Okay, guys, if you have any questions here, please add your questions in the comments box below, and I'll do in the comments so I can respond to them. Okay, so now let's drag and drop my files in here, import to cloud, and then import cloud layout. So all I've done is I click these two little arrows here on the top. Now let's see if this is going to work. And it looks like it's working. So this is how you add your files to Divi Cloud. So what all you have to do is to open the library here and then click on portability. These two little arrows here on the top like that. You drag and drop your file here, and then you can just say import to cloud. So now I have all my files to cloud. Now let's see if really all those files are in the cloud. Okay, so I imported these as sections, remember? So that means if I were to come over here to my cloud, I should not be able to see them. So I'm going to come to my saved layouts, and sure enough, nothing is here because they're saved as sections. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to add a brand new section by clicking here on this plus button, add from library, and boom, just like that, all my sections that I've just exported are right here. I've got my email opt-in here section. I also have my blog, my promo bar. I have my email opt-in section. Now, I'm not sure why some of these have a preview and some don't. I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's because this is still working in the background. So anyway, so let's say I want to add, which one should we go? Email opt-in section. I'm going to click on that, use this section, and boom, there we go. Here's my email opt-in section. It has been added. So just by doing that, it is very, very easy to take stuff that you've saved in your library all the way to Divi Cloud just by doing that. So very, very easy, and it can be added, in a nice, easy way. Okay, so Let me see. Any questions? Right, I'm just looking at my questions here. Okay, so pretty much I think I've covered everything that that I can cover here on Divi Cloud, but I have a detailed video coming up which I'll be showing you how this definitely works. I know this live stream is not how I really wanted it to be because of the hiccups we had in the beginning, but what Elegant Themes here has brought out is really, really, really good. I really love this, and I think this works. It increases our workflow. Now, let me talk about the things that I think are a bit could be improved on. First of all, let's say you go to the Divi Marketplace, you purchase some layouts, you upload them, and now they're in your Divi library. So the developer decides, you know what, I'm going to add some different designs. Maybe he's added some animations to the pack improve the pack that you've just bought. That means you have to go to your library, Divi Cloud, delete everything from there, and then import the new ones and then add them onto your cloud. I know there's no better way of doing it because there's no overlap where you can just go and automatically update with the latest ones from the developer. So you would have to do that manually. So that's one drawback, but I don't think there's anything that Elegant Themes could do. Secondly, I would have loved to say, for example, I design my layouts, I go to Divi Cloud, copy a URL, and then just send it to anyone that wants to use it. Maybe I could be selling it. I can just send it like that, and the person just downloads it. Just like how Dropbox actually works. If that could be done, I think this will be a super game changer, because then we can just share links and you can just download the designs and start using them right away in your own library or your own Divi Cloud. I think that would work really, really well. So overall, I think this is fantastic, but at the moment, we cannot do exports of the theme builder, which when I first tried this out, I was like, this is not really worth paying for. But as I went through the page here, in fact, let me show you. As I went to the page, I realized that there were also some upcoming updates that are going to be done to Divi Cloud. So if I scroll all the way down here, you can see that the future stuff that they're going to add. So here's the future roadmap. So we're going to be able to add items from library, and I think this is super amazing. In fact, I've had people complaining that sometimes when they use SiteMaker, which is my theme, by the way, Divi theme, it's a complete website which will help you design your website super fast. So this theme is packaged as a plugin. So quite a few people have been reaching out to me saying, Mac, the plugin is showing me some errors. It's saying CSS file is missing and all of that. Now, if we can do this from the library, that means for those of you that want to create templates or themes to sell in the marketplace, it makes it much easier now because everything is saved here to the library. You can just package it, and then your customers will just load that and just add it onto their library. And once you do that, it gets added to the cloud, and that is much, much easier. Over here, we also have cloud libraries, which I think this is good. So we have our headers, footers, and so on. We are able to see, what it is we're adding to the Divi Cloud. Okay, now over here, theme customizer settings. This is another good one. So with theme customizer settings, you can save, let's say, for example, your color palettes and so on. And this could be uploaded right away using this theme customizer setting straight to your library. Now, over here, we have our presets. And I think this, again, is really, really amazing because with SiteMaker, it also comes with the presets. So if we can export all our presets here to the cloud, I think this is really, really good. We can also do the same with code snippets. We can also do the same with theme options. And again, theme options, imagine this. Let's say the settings on your sites, maybe you prohibits your customers from editing parts of the website, and you do all these settings in the theme options themselves. Now imagine if you can just upload the theme options to every site you're going to do. That will save you a lot of time. Okay, now let's continue on. We also have child themes and plugins. I didn't even think this was going to come, but this is amazing. Central hub for all your favorite child themes and plugins. This is really, really cool. Website exports as well. I think this is great. Third-party integrations. I think this one here could be great as well, because if we have, let's say, third-party integrations and you can save this to the cloud, this is super awesome. Okay. Now we can also do colors here, save all our colors to cloud. That again is great. And then of course we have our Divi Builder settings. Right, so let's talk about the pricing now. So the pricing here is $6.40 per month. In fact, we have a promotion right now, is 20% off. The link to that is in the video description below, guys. So $6.40 per month. You get unlimited storage, unlimited items, unlimited websites. If we go to the yearly, you save 40%, it becomes $4.80 per month. And I think this is really cool because you save $38 here. So over here, it'll be $6.40. And then if you go and pay for the yearly, it's going to be $4.80. And that's with the 40% discount. Now, when I look at this, my first thought was, okay, I'm paying hosting for my sites. And now I have to pay another $6.40 per month. That's a bit too much. But here's the thing. I would rather pay $6.40 per month, unlimited websites, if that's going to save me a lot of time. Because remember, you're going to have all these JSON files everywhere. Your colors, your pages, your sections, your buttons. These are just .json files everywhere. There's no way of really taking a look at the preview and saying, okay, this is my orange button or this is my section. There's no way of looking at it that way. So if we have the cloud and you can package everything and store it online, and wherever I am in the world, I can access it, this is brilliant. So imagine I'm on holiday, maybe, let's say I'm in, I'm in London, right? On holiday. All I have is access to the internet, and I can start working on a brand new website. I don't even have to have my main laptop with me because my cloud is where all my settings are. So I have all my sections, my pages, everything. So if a client says to me, hey, Mac, I need a website designed and I need a quick turnaround, 5-page website, blah, blah, blah. I can just do that wherever I am as long as I have an internet connection and of course a computer, and I can have a website up and running super fast. And the charge, the amount I will charge for that client will pretty much dwarf this $6.40 per month. But like I said, if you only have one website, then this is not really necessary because you can save your items to your own library, and chances are you are not reusing all these items over and over again on different websites. You're just working on one website. And as I mentioned, you can save your presets, you can use the Divi library, and you're pretty much good to go. You can just use Divi the same way we were using it before, okay? So as I mentioned, this is unlimited items, unlimited storage, unlimited websites, and I think this is really, really great. Okay, so what do you guys think? I'd like to know what you guys think. Please add your questions in the comments box below. Oh, Keith Gordon. Wow. Good to see you. You know what? I actually remember you, you know. So it's good to see you there. This is a pleasant surprise. You can see I'm out of words because this is the first time I've actually had P Old Boy on my channel. We went to school same school together. For those of you who are wondering what PE is, this is high school I went to, and this is super awesome. Right. I also have Learn with Uzair saying, hello, Sir Mac. How are you? From Pakistan. Great to see you. How are you doing? Dave says this is a no-brainer. Absolutely. This is definitely a no-brainer. I think this will work really well. And especially if you, as I mentioned, if you use Divi on multiple websites, this is going to work really, 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 really awesome. All right, guys, any more questions? And by the way, Keith, drop me a message so we can link up properly. It will be great to catch up with you. Right. Right. Excellent. Any more questions here? Oh, actually, there's something I need to mention here, and that is this is free for all with a limit of 50 library items. So I think Divi was very generous there. Otherwise, they could have just made this a paid option, and that was it. But the fact that we have 50 library items, I think this is reasonable for anyone who does not want to go for the paid option. 50 library items is quite a lot for a single website anyway. So I think this is really cool. Okay. Any more questions? RH is saying, why don't you reply to my emails? RH, to be honest with you, it's not like I ignore all the emails. The thing is, I'm catching up with a large backlog of these emails. So it's just that I haven't gotten to yours yet. And also the other problem I've been having is sometimes my emails go to junk, and also on my support itself, on the funnels to income support, I have some issues there as well, because some of the messages, I don't get to see them. So that is why sometimes this is happening, but it's not intentional, and I will do my best to respond to all emails. RH says lost password. Okay, I can reset that password for you, because there is a plugin that I had disabled, and in fact, this is why this wasn't working very well on my site. I disabled a plugin, and this plugin did not give the option to do your own password reset. So now I've put back the plugin, so this should work fine, but I will help you with that as well. Dave, thank you for joining me. That's really awesome. Develop website says, is SiteMaker Pro out now? Mine is empty in the training. No, SiteMaker Pro, the actual training is not out yet, because I wanted to incorporate Divi Cloud into SiteMaker, because I think that really makes it a rounded product, so you can use it extensively with these extra options. So it's not out yet. I'm still working on that, but the theme itself is available. So if you log into Funnels to Income, and if you're a lifetime member, which I think you are a lifetime member, you can get this absolutely free. Learn with Uze says, I need SiteCrafter, but not paid. The only way you can get it without paying is if you buy Divi using my affiliate link in the video description below. Then you can get it for free. Otherwise, it is paid. Okay. Questions. Send me more questions so I can try my best to respond to them. Right. John says, what is Divi Cloud for whom? Okay. Divi Cloud is, think of it like a Dropbox, but for your website, of course, running on Divi. So you're able to save sections, rows, pages, layouts, and also modules. You can save all that to the Divi Cloud. In fact, let me just do a quick demo just in case some of you are just joining in. So I'm just going to come over here to my site. So let's say as you're designing your site, you want to save items to the cloud. So you can just come over here, click on that little arrow, and then you can save this to cloud by clicking here. You can give the layout a name. Now, of course, you want to make sure that you're logged into your cloud. Okay. So to log in, it's your normal username and password that you use for the Elegant Themes subscription. Okay. So now that I have this on cloud, all I have to do now is, if I need to add that button, I can click on this plus here, add from library. And you can see here I have two items. I have my button here and my text description. And to know that this, and how do you know that this is in the cloud? You can see it with this blue icon here. So let's say I want to click on that and use this module. Now my button will be downloaded from cloud. Okay, it will take a moment, and there we go. And if you want to save this to cloud, as I mentioned, let's add a new item here. Let's add the whole section. So if you wanted to add this whole section here to cloud, you can just click on this little item here, save to cloud, give it a name. So next time you try to add a section, you will find it in your in cloud. So you can see here we have our categories that I created. Now this is DC, Divi Cloud. So you can choose to save this to this category here, or section categories, or wherever you want to save it. You can also add tags there so that it's much easier to find it. Okay, so once you hit save to cloud, next, now when you go to a site, this could be a totally different website. If you click on this plus button here, click on add from library. Now you're going to notice that we have quite a few things in our library here in the example that I did a few moments ago. So now let's say I want to add this section here. I can just click like that, use this section. And there we go. My section has been added, and this has been added from the cloud. So you can design your sections, your modules, your rows, save them all to cloud. And then each time you want to design a brand new website, you can just pretty much grab them from the cloud. That's pretty much in a nutshell what Divi Cloud is. Okay. Sven says, does lifetime Divi owners get extra perks with Divi Cloud? Divi Cloud is a paid option, but you can get 50 items saved to cloud for free. So yes, you do get it, but it's a paid product because of course you can have unlimited websites on it. You can have unlimited items, which means if you have, let's say 20 websites you're working on, pretty much you can have access to all of that on unlimited websites for your clients as well. Okay. Just checking here if we have any more questions. Okay, so I have the links in the video description below, and those links are to Divi Cloud. And if you haven't purchased Divi yet, you can purchase it using my link in the video description below. That link will also open up my own bonuses, which is a course that gets you up and running very, very fast with Divi. It's called Divi Jumpstart. So as soon as you purchase Divi, just drop me an email and I'll give you access to my course, and also Photoshop for web designers. It's a new course that also teaches you how to design good graphics for your websites. Okay. Mac Automation Tube says extra perks are the future updates. Yeah, that's another way to look at it. Yes, well, that's true. Okay, so I've got a question here on how to use tags. Okay, Mac Automation Tips. Okay, so let's go back in here. So I'll show you how to use tags. So let's say, let's add a few things in here. Let's go to our library. Okay, so here in our library, I'm going to go to my saved items, right? So this is my cloud. So to access my cloud, I can just go like that to go to my cloud, and I can see here that this is my item and it's in the cloud. Now, you are going to get a point where you have quite a lot of layouts here, different types of layouts. So you can now add your tags as you're saving your layouts. So in fact, let's do an example because it's easier that way. So I'm going to go to SiteMaker and go to a specific page. Okay, so this will be like a real life scenario as well. So let's go to add new. Let's call this coffee. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save a bunch of layouts in the cloud, but I'm going to make it easy for me to access them using the tags. So just bear with me as I populate my layouts here. So I've just selected pre-made layouts. So what I'm going to do now, oops, let's log in. Okay, there we go, sign in. Okay, so let's say I want to save a bunch of layouts. So I'm just going to go with this basic one here. I'm going to open it like that. And let's say I love this landing page. I can click on this little item here and then say copy to cloud. So that means that layout can be found on pretty much, you know, any other website that I'm working on. Okay, so I've got that. So let's go back. Let's choose another one. So this time I'm going to come over here, go to this landing, copy to cloud. Okay, great. So I have my item here, copied to cloud, and here are my 3 layouts. So my screenshot here is being generated, so I will we'll just give it a bit of time. So now, when I click on these 3 little dots here, oops, on these 3 little dots here, I can go to edit tags and categories. And then I can say add to tags. So I'm going to call this landing. Okay, and then save that. Now this one here, what did I call this? Let's go back here and check edit tags. So this one here does not have a tag. So I'm just going to call this landing as well. And then over here, I'm going to give this a tag and call this home. So maybe these are my home pages. So I'm going to go to edit tags and categories and let's call this home. Save that. Great. So let's assume that we have quite a lot of layouts here, maybe 100, right? So if you want to search now, we can search by tags. So if we say, okay, home. Okay, maybe I need to go out and back in. Okay, so let's say home. Not sure why that is not working. Oops. Okay, let's search for landing. Okay, search. That's weird. Are my tags even saved? Oh, you know what? My tags are not saved. So let's add my tag here, landing and home. Save changes. Okay, so now let's search. This is weird. Oh, okay. I have this on favorites. Maybe this is what the problem is. Okay, so okay, now let's search for home. Nope. Not sure why this is not working, but ideally this should be working as you search for your tags. This is supposed to narrow down this and show you your tags. So let's see if this works here. Yeah, I think something is wrong with the search. Landing. Okay, so the landing here is working. You can see here all these are landing pages. Okay, so that's working. That is how it's supposed to work on the other item, on the cloud. Okay, so this is working. So now let's come back over here. Let's try the same thing. Not working. Okay, so Mac Automation Tips is saying I had the same problem with the tags. Yeah, so I think this is I think this is the issue, and I think this is something that they're probably working on, or maybe the glitches that we're having today is what is causing this. So yeah, it is. Yeah. It's so annoying. In most cases, I would like that. You know, when I do a live stream, it just works. But for this case, anyway, that's how it's supposed to work. Yes, this is very exciting. Box Office Africa. Yes, I really love this. I mean, you can imagine, you know, like I mentioned, I keep talking about traveling. This will make the process of building websites super fast. Adam B says, try to refresh the page. Okay, let's try and refresh the page. And let's see if that works. Okay, let's go to pre-made thing. Layouts. Okay. All right, so now let's try this. Landing. Nope. Let's try the tags. What tags did I add here? Landing, okay. So let's search for landing. Nope, it's not working. So it must be a bug for sure, definitely. Joanne says it's an incredible feature. Be patient. It's probably a lot of people accessing it. Yes, I agree 100%. It's probably that a lot of people are trying to access it. But like I said, this is a game changer. In fact, I think the last time Elegant Themes really did an update that I was really excited about was when the theme builder was done. But this one here is on par with the theme builder. I mean, this is super amazing. I can just imagine, you know, just recently I was asked to design a website for this place here where I rent my studio. And so they asked me to design their website. Basically, a graphic designer had designed the site already, and I had to take the design from Photoshop into WordPress, of course, using Divi. So with this now, with this option now, I can have like pre-made sections already done for me, ready to just, you know, add in and just drop my content in. And I could see how that could have saved me a lot of time. Now, to basically design the site, it took me about, 6 hours. It was, 5-6 pages, but it took me about 6 hours because there are other areas which had to be precise. So this was more like designing a website from scratch. But if I had, let's say, buttoned sections and all of that, all in the cloud, this could be done in probably like an hour. Adam B says, do you think this feature is the start of Divi going completely cloud, just like Breezy Cloud? Not really. I don't think they will go to the Divi Cloud option. I mean, the Breezy Cloud sort of direction. I think Elegant Themes is still going to be there because think about it. a lot of these features here are features which you want to replicate on other websites. Whereas Breezy Cloud, I haven't used it a lot. I mean, in fact, I haven't used it at all, but I don't think it's working on the WordPress platform. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. Does Breezy Cloud work on WordPress? I mean, if not, then obviously this direction here is totally different. I think this is mainly your storage, and that's where you're going to be storing. I don't think Divi is going to spin off into its own sort of like Breezy Cloud or Squarespace. No, I think they rely on WordPress for all these functions to work. Any more questions? Yeah, apart from all these glitches, I think this could work really well. Mac Automation Tip says, what sections and modules do you suggest purchasing to add to Divi Cloud? There's one. In fact, let me see if I can find it. I found it very, very useful. So let's go over here to Elegant Themes, Marketplace. Now, I'll also be making my own sections, which I will be also sharing with my Funnels to Income lifetime members. So these are going to be all the sections that I use on the majority of my sites, and also sections and modules that's also going to be that I'm also going to sell in the future. But of course, all these will be free for my lifetime members of Funnels to Income. But for now, I'm just searching here for wireframes. That's the word I was looking for, wireframes. Okay. So let's have a look. I think I'm looking for the company here. It's a specific company which has, I think, fantastic wireframes. It was brilliant, but I can't see it anymore. Okay, here we go. This one here, Basic Wireframe Kit UI. It's only $36, but I think this is fantastic. I really like this. In fact, let's do a demo here so I can show you where this is. Okay, so you can see these are the wireframes. I like the simplicity, and I like the fact that it has dark mode and also light mode. Okay, so when you scroll through here, you can see all of them there. And if we come over here to sections, let's say we go to content, it basically shows us all the wireframes, and there's an option here for dark and light. So you can see here, this is the dark theme. There we go. This is a call to action, 2 buttons. We also have this. So all these are all our contents. So all you need to do is to go in and replace this with your image and your background color. Okay, call to action there. So I think these, once you load these onto your sites, this is amazing. This is what I would recommend you purchase. Okay, let's have a look here. Right, Suraj says, can we clone all pages to new site at once? Let me have a think of that. No, I think you have to do it page by page at the moment. Export the page, page by page, and then just drag and drop them onto the cloud. Okay, so initially that's where majority of the work is going to go. You have to export the page by page, and then just drag all of them into the cloud, and then that's how you would do it. So it won't package the pages from your current site onto the new site. No, it doesn't do that. Misha says, can you save a lot of buttons on one page in Divi Cloud? No, they won't be on one page. There will be separate buttons in the cloud itself. So they won't be on one page. They'll be on separate, they'll be saved as separate items. Now, If you want to have all your buttons on a single page, then design that page, have all your buttons on that page, and then export the page, and then import it into the, export it to the cloud. That's the best way to do it. So create a page, have your different buttons on it, and then export it. Adam B says, can you do the header too? And the answer to that is no. This is the upcoming feature, and this is right here. Where is it? The theme builder. I saw the option of the theme builder. Where is it? Yeah, but yeah, there we go. So this is a coming soon feature where we can export our headers or our templates straight into the cloud. Okay, so I think that's going to make a lot of things very, very easy. But guys, do you know how awesome it could be where if you could say, for example, have your account and give access to anyone that buys your templates so they can have access to it the same way you have access to your own websites. Does it make sense? Like, let's say you buy SiteMaker. If I were to give you like a link to my like cloud to just access those specific files, just like how Dropbox works, I think this will be super awesome because with Dropbox, I can share a folder. So imagine sharing like, let's say my child theme like that. I think that'll be amazing. Super, super amazing. But anyway, that's just me thinking out loud. Okay, any more questions, guys? Any more questions? I think I've covered quite a lot. I am working on a tutorial which will cover pretty much all this in a much condensed time. And this should give you an idea of how Divi Cloud actually works, and it should be quite easy to follow. I'll make sure that it's under 10 minutes. All right, guys, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate your time. And like always, every time you guys tune in, it really makes all these live streams worthwhile. So I really, really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. All the links to all of that is in the video description below. If you haven't purchased Divi, the link to that is in the video description. If you purchase it, drop me an email. I'll give you access to my course that teaches you how to design professional looking websites with Divi. And also I have a link to Divi Cloud. It's in the video description below. So once again, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I'll see you again very soon. Take care.